The ever-increasing complexities of modern life are creating more problems for the human mind than it can cope with. Mental illness, drug addiction, and alcoholism are assuming greater proportions as challenging social problems across all sections of the society, sparing none, rich or poor, young or old. This is the story of how a small group of compassionate persons with indomitable spirit and endless sacrifice pioneered a modest initiative to treat, counsel, and rehabilitate those afflicted with mental illness. The story of how that enterprise gained impetus to become a vibrant center of excellence in holistic mental health treatment and addiction management. This is the story of Antara, an oasis for troubled minds. PM John, a businessman hailing from the distant state of Kerala, who made Kolkata his home more than 7 decades ago, recalls.
We established a hospital called People's Hospital. So that was the beginning point. During this time, I met with Mother Teresa, do something. She patted on my shoulders. I simply told Mother, yes. How to do? No money, nothing like that, only a bill. And the leadership of Mother. So we selected to serve those who are suffering from psychiatric causes.
In 1971, thus was Antara born. Joining PM John was a small band of persons that struggled selflessly and tirelessly to make Antara a reality. Prominent among them were Dr. Shotrujit Dasgupta, an eminent psychiatrist, literature and social worker, his sister Kamala and brother Andrew, founders of Missionaries of Charity Brothers, Dr. R.B. Davis, K.B. Nair, Shoilen Shaw, Father Shubir Bishash, Dr. K.L. Narayanan and Gyanendra Kumar Roy. Also extending the much-needed support in these early days were the Missionaries of Charity, Cathedral Relief Service of the St. Paul's Cathedral, Kolkata, the Mar Thoma Church and the Kolkata Armenian Church. In 1972, residential treatment in rented premises started in collaboration with the Brothers of Missionaries of Charity. Growth and expansion required more space. Accordingly, a plot in the city's southern fringes was identified. Mother Teresa laid the foundation stone of Antaragram in May 1980 and Antaragram was formally inaugurated in April 1989. Located in the semi-rural southern suburbs of the bustling metropolis of Kolkata, in the state of West Bengal, India. Antara, with a 200-bed capacity, is today one of the largest NGO-managed psychiatric hospitals in India. A not-for-profit, private, voluntary, secular and charitable institution, Antara has blossomed into a well-organized scientific establishment with comprehensive care and rehabilitation facilities for adults and children suffering from psychiatric disorders and addictions. Antara strives to extend a helping hand to the mentally distressed in ways more than one.
This is probably one of the
Kamal Prakash, Antara's president, is categorical in his belief that management of mental health and addiction is best done by adopting a holistic approach wherein the emotional, physical, spiritual, psychological and social dimensions of the mentally ill are taken cognizance of.
Mental illness is probably one of the fastest growing illness globally because the mankind is not able to handle the pace of change. Particularly when we look at India, the facilities available, one could say, is virtually negligible. And the best thing about what Antara is trying to do is rehabilitate, because every human being has a right to live like any other human being. And that's what Antara is trying to do, not only rehabilitate them, educate the community, educate the families that they are normal human beings, they can lead a normal life, they can be contributing citizens to the world.
In addition to the medical treatment and psychological counseling, those being treated at Antara undergo other interventions such as work therapy and aesthetic therapy. Special attention is paid on imparting social and vocational skills that make their reintegration into mainstream society smoother. On the other hand, sensitization about mental illness is done by educating the family and community to accept that mental illness, like any other physical ailment, can be treated, and persons can recover to lead normal and productive lives once again. The Community Mental Health Unit conducts various programs for the promotion of mental health, prevention of psychiatric disorders, and ensuring survival of the needy, psychiatrically ill persons and their family members. Participation in one of Antara's work therapy opportunities is a vital component in meeting the recovery program objectives. Those undergoing treatment are encouraged to take up various work therapy activities such as gardening, handicraft, and greeting card design and fabrication. After each work session, they receive tokens. These can be redeemed for tea, coffee, or snacks from the on-campus canteen that is operated by a former Antara inmate, who is now fully recovered. Unutilized tokens can be deposited in a common bank account and the savings withdrawn at the time of discharge. An increasing number of offices in the city are availing on hire the ornamental plants grown in the nursery for interior decor, while the handicrafts and handmade greeting cards produced by the patients are much in demand for their refreshing creativity and execution.
The occupational therapy model that they have and the rehabilitation is a model which I think we can adapt in the UK. It's better than anything that I've ever seen before.
Day treatment
Gargi Singh, in charge of the day treatment clinic, explains the concept of the day care clinic. She says, patients generally come in at 9 in the morning and spend the entire day at Antara learning and performing various kinds of work and are free to go home in the evening. Accustomed to the discipline at Antara, they become habituated to an orderly life at home too. The Targeted Personal Growth and Development Unit conducts a lively calendar of group activities like drama, mime, discussions, debates, cultural programs, painting competitions, sports, etc. for the attending daycare patients. Dr. Ujjoyini Srimani, a psychiatric consultant at Antara, observes that the rates of recovery are quite good for persons afflicted with mental diseases such as psychosis, bipolar mania, and anxiety. Counselors at Antara also guide the patients where to go for further training or special education assistance after they are discharged.
I would say recovery rate is good.
Arnab was given to severe and uncontrollable fits of rage. Arnab has undergone a 2-month residential therapy in anger management that has worked wonders, and he is now ready to go back home and rejoin school that he so used to love attending. Geeta realized that she was suffering from mental illness only after being diagnosed at Antara. After having undergone treatment for 6 years, she claims to have recovered fully and intends to pursue a suitable career. The care, warmth and facilities at Antara she feels are matchless and would like to stay back instead of returning home, where she would perhaps be mocked at and ill-treated. Jorna arrived at Antara just about a year of its establishment in the new campus. She was only around 13 or 14 years old then. Over the years, like many other patients from all over the country, she has recovered from her illness. Antara, she feels, offers all the right ingredients mentally ill patients require: love and warmth, besides medicines.
I am a resident in Antara mainly because my son Kumar is a patient here, and that's why we came back from England, and jointly with Antara we decided to build a building called apartment building, where patients can live together with the family if it is possible and desirable. I have not seen anything like this anywhere in the world.
मेरा नाम उमेश शाह।
मेरा नाम दीपक कुमार शाह।
Umesh Kumar Shao got his son Deepak admitted to Antara to help him fight drug addiction. Today, after spending about a month at Antara, he is being discharged. Both father and son are delighted with the treatment, the medicines, the diet, and the care Antara has provided. The verdant and serene grounds house comprehensive infrastructure and facilities such as residential treatment centers, occupational therapy and vocational training units, outpatient departments, library and reading room, recreational centers, staff residential quarters and community kitchen.
We are there for them.
The essence of the spirit of Antara is the family-like bonding that allows the mentally ill persons to easily overcome their inhibitions or even fear. Both the medical and the administrative staff are especially sensitized to the importance of being friendly and cooperative. Although Antara predominantly serves the poor, the underprivileged class, it is open to everyone. Patients from all economic classes and backgrounds come here for treatment.
We live together, work together, play together and eat together as one family and one community.
Without any difference of religion, caste, color or creed.
Antara has a message to give to the world that don't despair about mental illness, don't despair about drug addiction, alcoholism. There is a way out, there is hope. And we have been able to give this hope to so many individuals, so many families in the past 42 years.
Distance and expense incurred on transportation are reasons for a large number of patient dropouts from follow-up treatment. To counter this problem, a number of satellite clinics have been operationalized. While Janata Medical Services continues to function even today, other outreach clinics have been established at Gajipur, Noorpur and Port Canning, all in the southern part of the state. With its low-cost service delivery model and its holistic treatment philosophy, Antara is emerging as a preferred destination by patients from all over the country. While Antara focuses on continuously enhancing its standards of service delivery, meeting the funds deficit remains one of the most serious issues. Its mission of reaching out to those who need psychiatric services the most, yet have the least access to them, does not permit Antara to keep increasing charges proportionate to rising expenditure. While a large number of patients receive treatment free of charge or at concessional rates, Antara does not receive any government or regular funding support. The deficit is attempted to be bridged by non-subsidized patient charges and donations. Sponsorships and endowments from socially conscious and caring individuals and corporate houses from all over the world, known as the Friends of Antara. In addition to monetary contributions, Friends of Antara also contribute with technical, social and moral support.
Every year, around 1,000 nursing students from different schools and colleges visit Antara to get to know firsthand the different therapies practiced at Antara, and they get the nursing education with clinical experience.
My dearest mother planted the seed of Antara in the heart of Mr. P.M. John, which slowly grew to become the fruitful tree that Antara is now.
The work Antara is doing is really admirable and praiseworthy.
Treatment for psychiatric problems is, however, difficult from that in other areas of medicine. As a non-government, non-profit making, secular charitable society, it has established a highly credible record. I am personally acquainted with the work being done by Antara at Antara Gram, where patients with psychiatric problems have been looked after for over 30 years now.
I would like to see Antara go up, up, up and up.
So this is the faith, this is the hope, this is the compassion and love Antara wants to give to the people.
God loves everybody. We should love each other, and there should be an expression of God's love in the world.
Creating a healthy society is a collective responsibility. Antara encourages everyone to become a friend of Antara. Visit our website www.antaraglobal.org to know more how you can associate yourself with Antara to make a meaningful difference to our world.
চরণ তলে বসে থাকিব আর আমি যে কিছু চাহিনে জননী বলে শুধু ডাকিব তুমি না রাখিলে গৃহ আর পাইব কোথা কেঁদে কেঁদে কোথা বেড়াবো ওই যে ঘোরা গহন রজনী বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে নাও ফিরায়ো না জননী বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে